may get pneumonia while recording this video, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is we make Dillon Brooks a good human being and not a trash, dirty player. As you can see, we got Dillon Brooks right here, 81 overall. He's on a 6-year contract with the Haverhill YMCA. I have no clue what Haverhill is, if I'm going to be honest. I just downloaded YMCA from the online share factory system thingy. And you'll notice the rest of his team is 70 overall, 5'4" and 5'9" players. Either way point of the video, we're making Dillon Brooks a better person. You all saw the nut shot he had the other night. But the whole point of this video is making him a good human being and maybe an MVP with this YMCA team. And no, I did not remove the Memphis Grizzlies. They still exist. They're still a team. Ja Morant is still being toxic himself. And if you're wondering why I said I'm going to get pneumonia while I record this video, it's currently negative 20 degrees in Maine. My heat in my bedroom has not kicked on for a solid 45 minutes. I'm wearing 3 pairs of pajama pants, a Detroit Lions jersey, a regular t-shirt, and a sweatshirt. I am quite literally freezing to death while recording this video, okay? I'm dedicated on making content for you. I should probably sit out in the living room with my dog and some heat and maybe some blankets. But no, because it's the winter time, I'm turning into Frosty the Snowman to get you this video. And it's not even about getting a video out. It's so important that we make Dillon Brooks a good player. We need to turn his life around forcefully. So that's why he's volunteering with the YMCA. How many points is he averaging? 33 points right now on the season. He's doing the best he can. They only have 8 wins, so not the best. They are definitely the worst team in the NBA. But he is playing with the volunteer YMCA kids team. Luka won an MVP, averaging 37-point triple-double. That's disgusting. Jalen Duran, Rookie of the Year. I have not seen that once so far this year, and I'm happy I am. 15, 11, and 2 in the first season. That's wild. Is he actually an 80 overall now on the rosters? I didn't know that. If so, good for him. Little Rondo, most improved player, went from 4 points to 7 points and 7 assists. I mean, he may be 5'4", but he's still Rondo. He can still dish the rock. I would expect Isaiah Thomas and Nate Robinson to be better because they're just 5'9". They're not 5'4". They're their normal height, so nothing's changed other than the fact that they're 70 overall. Ja Morant, Western Conference Finals MVP. He's taking on Tatum. Tatum wins a championship. Little unfortunate, you know, the YMCA team, we couldn't make playoffs. We also couldn't win more than 10 games. But Dillon Brooks also can't go 10 games without being a douchebag for no reason. Now, I put in the normal draft class, so Victor, Scoot, Brandon Miller, all of these guys are here. But I am adding one other twist to this video that I have not mentioned yet, and that is because with every single draft class, we will be adding a 92 overall player, and that player is going to be either someone who's very hated in the NBA fan base, he's a dirty player, he's had a lot of fouls, and I feel like the first player we got to do is going to be the man who led the malice at the palace. Now, yeah, he ended up changing his name to Metta World Peace. He ended up being a better human being after the fight, but he still beat up some fans and people and whatnot at Malice at the Palace, so I'm adding him to the league. And also, when you make draft classes or add players to draft classes, you can't really see what overall they are, so I'm just going to be doing this until I feel like he's good enough. Maybe he ends up being a 96 or a 97. Maybe he ends up being an 89. I don't know. Either way, he's going to be good at basketball, and he's going to be there to ruin Dillon Brooks' day. He's trying to tempt Dillon Brooks. Putting dirty NBA players into the league while Dillon Brooks is trying to get his life on track is like taking an alcoholic who's been sober for 3 years to the bar. LeBron retires, by the way. Sad day when LeBron retires. He's not going to retire for like 4 or 5 more seasons, and I don't know why 2K hasn't programmed that in. The YMCA is supposed to get the first overall pick, and we somehow dropped to 3rd. You're kidding. We won 7 games all season, and we're the 3rd overall pick. Now, I'm going to let the computer draft whoever they want. They'll be added to the team, and then I'm just going to turn them into a 5'4" YMCA child. I'm not going to adjust their overall, though, so if we get Victor at number 3 or Scoot at number 3, whatever their overall is while they're 5'4", that's how they're going to be on the team. Along with that, team automation is on, so they can sign and trade and do whatever they want in free agency. I just have to change their height to 5'4" and change their name to have little in front of it. And I'm actually putting the word little. I'm not doing LIL like my username. And fun fact, while we're here at the whole YMCA thing, for people who don't know where I got my username, I can actually explain it now because it kind of has to do with the YMCA. There are YMCA summer camps out here, and I went to a summer camp. It was not a YMCA summer camp. I was in about the 4th grade, and at the summer camp, one of the camp activities was rap battles. If you've seen 8 Mile or ever been on the internet, you know exactly what a rap battle is. is, so I'm not going to explain it. But I got signed up for this activity, and during the activity, they're like, yo, Cody, you need a rapper name. Also, if you guys didn't know, my actual name is Cody, not Codeine. That's why it's Little Codeine with a K, because it's a play on my name. Dude, I'm trying to tell this story, but it's so windy outside that the wind is hitting my house, it's hitting my windows, and making a very weird loud sound. Anyways, at this little contest, at this rap battle, I needed a rap name, and I couldn't think of any ideas. I was in 4th grade. You think I was smart back then? Also, we signed Jeremy Grant, drafted Scoot Henderson, and other than that, we didn't make much moves. Little Grant is here, Little Scoot is here. They're an 83 and 79 overall, so they're gonna help us a little bit more than Little Rondo and Little Denzel Valentine. I don't know how much they're going to help, though. They are still 5'4", they're still really short. And anyways, back to my story. Camp counselor had him for like 3 years, and he gave me a couple of options, and one of the names he said was Little Codeine. I rocked with it. I said, okay, I'll use it for this little rap battle. And then I didn't go by the name for years. It wasn't until my freshman year of high school. I lost a bet, and I was forced to make a meme rap SoundCloud album. And while thinking of a name for this SoundCloud account, I was like, you know what? Somebody once called me Little Codeine for a rap battle. I'm gonna use that. A couple years later, I start YouTube, but during the pandemic, my original name was Avocado Gaming, and then I changed it to Avo2K. And then I was like, you know what? Little Codeine is a very crisp and clean name. And I'm gonna be honest, it also drives some controversy because people who find the channel think I'm some crazy drug addict. Now you know the story behind Little Codeine. I don't know why I made the connection from YMCA to summer camp to telling you why my name's Little Codeine. If you're new around here, you just got a story you didn't care to hear. And if you've been watching for a while, maybe you got the answer you've always been looking for. I have no clue. On a side note, I'm freezing cold, and the YMCA team's a little bit better. They're 17 and 51. Not awful. They won more than 10 games this season. MVP Jason Tatum, 35, 10, and 5. Haven't seen this one either. In almost every video I record as of late, we're getting new results, so I'm really happy with that, and it makes me want to record more videos to see more crazy stuff happen. Victor wins Rookie of the Year, of course. Amen Thompson, 6th man. Defensive Player of the Year, AD, and Davion Mitchell is your most improved. Speaking of the Kings and Tyrese Haliburton, a former King, he just got announced to the All-Star team, which is awesome. I'm glad he did. But as soon as he got announced to the All-Star team, he changed his Twitter profile picture to Wally Searzaback, which if you don't know, he does do analyst work for the New York Knicks, and a couple of months ago, he called Tyrese a wannabe All-Star and hated on Tyrese for no reason. And now Tyrese is an All-Star, changed his profile picture to Wally. It's just the funniest clapback. By the way, Dillon Brooks is now an 88 overall. He only averaged 27 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals this season. A main reason for that is he now has Little Grant and Little Scoot, so they're going to be scoring in a lot of buckets. Scoot averaged 27 as a rookie. Grant averaged 23. I mean, now he has, oh my god, he has Kobe White too. I gotta change this. This can't be no normal Kobe White. This has to be Little Kobe. Not Little Kobe like Little Kobe Bryant, because it's a different name. Like, it sounds the same, but it's different, like C-O-B. Well, you get what I'm saying, okay? I don't need to spell for you. I'm also borderline dyslexic. Not actually. I don't think I'm dyslexic. I just think I'm stupid and don't know how to read sometimes. But every time I screw up something or do something wrong, I always be like, oh, it's my bad, I'm dyslexic, or my bad, I'm colorblind, when I'm neither of those things. I just like to feel like a really boring main character of a John Green book. You guys ever read those as kids? And don't say no, because I know all of us in middle school and high school, at least if you're my age, you were reading those John Green books to get in with the girls, all right? Fault in Our Stars, that was my jam, all right? I was trying to get Riz before Riz was the thing. But we got Jonas Valanciunas on the team, and I just want everybody to look at his face cannon, because I don't know if it's me, but he just doesn't look right at all. He looks like an Italian mobster from a really bad movie in the 70s. And I don't say that like I'm thinking of a specific movie, he just looks like that type of person. Maybe it's just me and I'm going crazy. Dillon Brooks is a 92. He only has a few more years of community service to go. I've also noticed that I treat these videos kind of like mini podcasts. Like, yeah, there's jokes, there's NBA action, but every once in a while I'll pop in, tell a story, or just say something funny, talk about the day. Sometimes I scroll through Twitter while watching these videos and I bring up what I see on Twitter because, I don't know, topic of discussion. By the way, I forgot to point it out, but Zaza Pachulia is the rookie, the dirty rookie, the rookie who's trying to corrupt Dillon Brooks from being a better person. I felt like Zaza Pachulia isn't going to be in any other video I make ever in the history of my lifetime. Then again, you never know. I've done a lot of things on this video. Then again, you never know. I've done a lot of things on this channel. A lot of crazy things I wouldn't expect that I've done. So maybe we will see Zaza in the future, but in this video, I was like, you know what? Zaza is the reason Kawhi got hurt. I would say that closeout was a little bit of a dirty play. Screw the Warriors for that one playoff run. So Zaza is now here, terrorizing the league once again, reborn as an actual good basketball player. And I mean good in talent, not good in human being skills or whatever it's called. Morality? I don't know what the word I would use is. LaMelo Ball is your MVP, 33 and 12, 2 steals, Little Matas, our boy, Rookie of the Year, 17 and 9, 6 assists and a steal and a block for a 5'4" man. Okay. He also won 6th Man of the Year coming off the bench. Ron Artest, Defensive Player of the Year. Not doing anything like superstar numbers for a 97 overall. You'd think he'd be a little bit better than this. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Hey, that's still some defensive genius right there. Little Matas made the All-NBA second team. We are in the play-in. Dillon Brooks, what did you average? 27, 5, 3, 2, and 0.1 blocks. You didn't get a single block in your first 2 seasons. That's kind of wild. Like, I know he's a guard, but I feel like guards still occasionally get a nice little block. We're in the playoffs, first round against the Thunder. Can a team of children plus Dillon Brooks, I mean, like, Scoot and Jonas aren't children, but they're 5'4", they're little YMCA children now. Can we take on Chris Middleton plus the Thunder with a prime Giddy and Chet and... Yeah, no, probably not. They are the first seed for a reason. I don't expect us to win a single game against the OKC Thunder, but at least we made playoffs. Am I right? I mean, we're not going to get a good lottery pick. We're not going to get a good draft pick, but we're definitely not going to win the Okay, wait a minute. Why is it a game 7 right now? Like, sure, right? I'm supposed to cheer for Dillon Brooks because he's improving. He's becoming a better person and a better basketball player. Go YMCA team. But I also don't understand why we just went to game 7 in the first round as a 8th seed. An 8th seed who played in the play-in, by the way. An 8th seed who is a YMCA team plus Dillon Brooks. We should not have gone to a game 7. We got Shea versus Cade Cunningham in the NBA Finals. Shea is going to lose to Cade. Oh, okay, Cade Cunningham, Finals MVP. Averaged 25, 5, and 9 throughout the Finals, a 7-game series even. Giddy had 30 and 10. Shea had 31 and almost 10, but it was not enough for the Thunder. Let's see what Dillon gets, man, because he only has a couple more years of community service. Then he can go back to the Grizzlies if he wishes. Or maybe it's going to be one of those cheesy, like, sports movies. You know what I'm talking about, when they send, like, a former professional coach all the way down to a high school team. And then this NBA coach is so sad that he has to coach a bunch of grumpy high schoolers. And then the grumpy high schoolers become one of the greatest high school teams of all time, and it's a feel-good story, and then the NBA offers his job back, but he stays with the high school. That's what it feels like Dillon Brooks, all right? I feel like he's gonna suffer with this team for a few years, and then the dude is gonna get to the NBA Finals, lose in the Finals, and then they're gonna be like, you know what, Dillon Brooks, you can come back to the Grizzlies. And Dillon's gonna be like, no, my home is with the YMCA. Anyways, Andre Drummond is here, and that's pretty much it. Oh, Jake LaRavia. Yep, he's here, former Grizzly. Also in the draft, the Pacers got Richard Hamilton, and some people might be confused on why I'm calling him a dirty player. I wouldn't say his whole game was a dirty thing, but one thing that was disgusting and dirty was that Richard Hamilton, if you did not know, did not cut his fingernails when he played basketball. It was a mentality thing. He would, like, scratch people on the court to mess with them. There's a lot of gross stories about it. But yeah, Richard Hamilton would have really long, gross, nasty fingernails while playing in the NBA and would mess with his opponents with them. So that's why he's here. No, I'm not gonna put your stereotypical Draymond Green or Bill Laimbeer, Grayson Allen. Like, those players are already in the league because I have little Bill, and then Draymond still exists, Grayson still exists. And 2, I like to switch it up, use videos and players and things that no one else has in 2K. And I feel like, how often are you gonna see a 92 overall Zaza Pachulia and Richard Hamilton in the same video? Probably never again. LaMelo Ball is your MVP, 32 and 13 with 3 steals a game. Isaiah Elohim is your Rookie of the Year. Isaiah Collier, 6th man. Ron Artest, Defensive Player of the Year once again. I also find it really funny he plays for the Pistons. That's comical to me. Mackenzie Mgbakabo, I know that's not even close to how you would pronounce it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm too embarrassed to try to actually pronounce it. Little Scoot made the All-NBA second team. Look at Dillon Brooks, man. He's raising these children like they're his own. He's showing him all he knows about the NBA, giving them a little help and training along the way. Scoot Henderson, 29 points, 9 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 4 rebounds as a 5'4" little man. Jaylen Brown is on the Clippers. That's terrifying and actually kind of depressing. We were the 7th seed this year, and in the play-in, we are taking on the Pelicans. Can we beat them? I hope so. We're better, and we do. In the first round, we're taking on the Houston Rockets, Jalen Green, all of those other guys. Actually, Jalen Green might not be here. I keep forgetting we're like 4 years into the future. Oh no, they still have the same team. They just got D'Lo Russell now, and Jabari Smith Jr.'s there. Also, I've yet to see Jabari Smith Jr. be a generational talent in these videos or do anything crazy. There's only 4 or 5 rookies from this year's draft class that are ever any good, and it's always like Paulo, Dyson Daniels. We're about to blow a 3-0 lead in the first round. That is embarrassing. I'm just gonna move, like, Dillon Brooks, I'm gonna be honest, you might not have to do any more community service. Jalen Duren also gets really good apparently now. I'm just now seeing this. I've actually never seen him be this good. Conference Finals MVP, averaging 28 and 11 at an 84 overall. He averaged 23 and 11 with 2 blocks this season as an 84 24. His numbers are better than what his overall reflects, so that's kind of impressive. The Pistons are going crazy, dominating the Thunder. And as soon as I say that the Thunder win 3 straight and are coming back down 3-0, the Pistons don't let it happen. If only, you know, the YMCA team could do that as well. Sadiq Bey won Finals MVP? So Cade Cunningham, Ron Artest, Jalen Duran, and Sadiq Bey are all on the same team, and neither Cade Cunningham or Ron Artest won Finals MVP. It went to 2 players who you would not expect to win Finals MVP in this video. All right, I messed with it. I respect it. Anyways, we move on to Season 4, the final year of Dillon Brooks' community service, and we're going to help him out real quick. Dillon Brooks has done a lot for the YMCA, so I'm gonna help him out a bit. First off, I'm raising Dillon Brooks to a 99 overall. He's been a nice guy, he's been helping out around the gym. He deserves everything. He can be a 99 overall for this final year of community service. Not only that, but little Timmy had a massive growth spurt over the summer, and he is now 6'1". Not only that, though, I am surrounding him with 2 of the most positive people I can think of. That's right, welcome to Team YMCA, Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. I mean, come on, who's more of a positive influence other than those 2? The Teletubbies? The Wiggles? But either way, Dillon Brooks, surrounded by positivity, love, and happiness, he is now on his way to change and maybe on his way to an NBA championship after becoming a non-dirty NBA player. Victor wins MVP, averaging 30, 15, 4, 2, and 3. Yeah, Victor's a little overpowered. VJ Miller, Rookie of the Year. Little Timmy won 6th Man of the Year. He showed out for Coach Dillon Brooks, 16, 10, and 8. And if you didn't know, yeah, Dillon Brooks is also a player coach. You think the YMCA has enough funding to get an actual coach for the team? Ron Artest wins another Defensive Player of the Year, 10, 7, 6, 3, and 3. Pretty good numbers. Trenton, I don't care about you. Sean Castro, though. I don't know who you are. I don't know why it says they gave you Coach of the Year. I don't know if they didn't want to give it to Dillon Brooks or what. But that is us. That is the YMCA. Who would have thought Dillon Brooks with positivity would make the All-NBA first team, averaging 27.7, 10.4, 5.3, and 2.1. Yeah, I threw the points out there. I threw the decimals in there. When have I done that in a video? Probably never. And I can't believe that I have made Dillon Brooks a good person. I mean, you surround him with children, you make him hang out with Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. I mean, you can't lose if you're friends with Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. And look at that smile on Dillon Brooks. He's so happy to be here. We're going up against Bronny James, who's a kid in his own right, so, you know, Dillon Brooks might go a little easy on him. Who's a kid in his own right, so, you know, Dillon Brooks might go a little easy on him. But it does not seem to be the case, as the YMCA team has swept the Magic in the finals. Dillon Brooks is your finals MVP, averaging 39, 11, and 7, along with 4 steals. That's pretty impressive. After playing his 5th season with the YMCA team, though, Dillon Brooks would retire from the NBA. Now that he is a pure and kind soul and heart, he's now volunteering at soup kitchens instead of playing in the NBA. Over the course of his career with the YMCA team, he never averaged less than 27 points. He led this team to a championship, and he was an all-around great player and great dude instead of being a dirty scumbag like he is in real life. If you enjoyed the video and the concept and me being a crackhead on these videos, subscribe, like up, do all the YouTuber things. Little Codeine is peacing out to go record some more videos for you guys. Goodbye.